This week on The Splash, we take a look at a new neighborhood in our township. Then we enjoy amazing works of art in a hospital. And later we discover the latest on the topic of vaping. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin, and as always, thank you for joining us. Growth in our community remains a positive asset in many ways. To accommodate that growth, a team of local developers is working to bring something to West Bloomfield Township that hasn't been seen in a long time. Reporter Tyler Kieft has the story.
The land behind me will soon be home to a beautiful new subdivision, the first of its kind in nearly a decade here in West Bloomfield. Local building company AP Builders is in the process of constructing a state-of-the-art subdivision community just east of Maple and Orchard Lake Road, welcoming West Bloomfield Township's first new subdivision in nearly a decade.
The Reserve of Beverly Crest is an infill community that we created where it was the Orchard Valley Swim Club used to be located. So it consists of 11 oversized lots in the heart of West Bloomfield.
We think this is a great opportunity and a great time for West Bloomfield because there is so much new and exciting things going on in the area with the new expansion, the corridor of Orchard Lake Road. And we thought it would be a great opportunity for an infill community to provide housing that is new construction in an area that hasn't had that in a long time.
When an opportunity arose to create a set of new homes in the township, AP jumped at the opportunity, knowing just how special of a community that West Bloomfield is.
We built over 400 homes in West Bloomfield and developed just as many. So we have a long-running relationship with West Bloomfield and really think it's a high-quality community.
And new homes not only benefit local companies, they contribute greatly to the continued growth of our community.
We hope that people look at this area as a great growth potential, and that new homes tend to bring people into the area that might not otherwise consider it. And that will also provide for the local businesses a bigger draw for customers.
There's been a great deal of families that want to locate near their parents or parents that want to locate near their younger families that moved here. This allows our families to stay together and to stay in West Bloomfield or come back to West Bloomfield.
The West Bloomfield community is always willing to open its doors to new neighbors, many of whom will soon be right here on Beverly Crest. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Tyler Kieft.
To find out more about these local changes, be sure to visit civiccentertv.com/BeverlyCrest. Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital remains a cutting-edge facility in many ways. One of those ways is through their Healing Arts program. Reporter Ryan Younglove has the details.
Every second Tuesday of the month in the demonstration kitchen located at Henry Ford Hospital here in West Bloomfield, a gallery talk is held. A docent from the Detroit Institute of Arts comes in and gives a presentation on numerous art-related topics to the community, sharing knowledge and history of some of their art.
Every second Tuesday of the month, we do a different DIA talk at West Bloomfield Hospital. We have 17 different topics at the DIA that we bring to the community. The one that we're doing today involves women photographers. And women photographers, particularly in the mid-1800s, were very instrumental in bringing forward the art of photography and thinking of photography as an art. So we have, as I said, 17 different topics on love, on storytelling, on any number of topics. And today's topic involves women photographers. And following the talk, we do a 1 o'clock art walk, which is not related to the DIA. It's the hospital's art. So this is what we're doing. We gather the second Tuesday of every month.
The Henry Ford Hospital also has the Healing Arts program, where they introduce art to the patients in many forms with the idea of the art being able to provide a form of stress reliever and a time to ease their minds and be creative.
So we're very fortunate enough to have a Healing Arts program here at Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. The DIA Gallery Talks are one piece of that Healing Arts program, but we also provide music as well as healing art kits. We have other forms of art that help us bring our patients calmness and maybe make them less stressed. So for instance, we're able to deliver healing art kits to our patients. These are journal kits or watercolor kits. Some are calligraphy kits, and it just gives patients a time to take their mind off of maybe the illness that they have or what's happening with them in terms of why they're here, and gives them time to just kind of reflect, step back, be creative. So those are a few parts of our Healing Arts program.
This is Ryan Younglove reporting for The Splash.
For more information on this innovative combination of art and the modern necessities of a hospital, visit civiccentertv.com/healingarts. Coming up, we take a look at the topic of children and vaping. And later, we enjoy another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin. The Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition recently held a public seminar about vaping and its often very young users. I attended the seminar to find out more. The West Bloomfield Community Coalition recently held an educational lecture on the topic of vaping. In attendance were many parents with their kids, as vaping is becoming more and more prevalent in our middle and high schools.
Vaping has become a huge issue. St. Joe's offers a program called Drugs 101, What Parents Want to Know, and a small portion of it was vaping. But this has become so huge and schools are bombarded with it and they wanted resources. So we put together this new program, Vaping 101. And we're here tonight to share it with the audience. The biggest danger is that we don't know what vaping really is, what's in it, and the dangers that can happen from it. We are getting more information. New research is coming out all the time, but we just don't have a real grasp on it. And so that's the danger, because we don't know what happens in 5 years from now or 10 years from now if somebody is vaping.
While many people say that vaping is a healthier alternative to cigarettes or simply has no negative side effects, the experts say something a little different.
Look, this is a particular concern. Aside from the incidental use of vaping products that may be just basically unhealthy, they're also used to facilitate the illegal use of drugs, which are obviously a concern to law enforcement. So they're very innocuous looking sometimes. You can't always tell because they're using a vaping device. So there's concerns. And of course, there's health concerns and there's criminal issues related to it.
When someone has a vape, they put in vape juice or e-juice, and that contains a couple different ingredients in them, which in general are pretty harmless, but when they're heated up in a vape and turned into a vapor, we are finding that they have things like ethylene glycol in them, which is antifreeze, or benzene, which is car exhaust. So we're finding that their vapor isn't just water, and there are some harmful ingredients in it.
Adults have the freedom to choose what they put in their bodies or have in their possession. But when it comes to young adults, often the consequences can be long-lasting, as they may not understand what they're participating in.
The biggest takeaway is that vaping is not harmless. And that's the impression that kids have, and that's the impression many adults have, but we're learning more and more about the dangers of it. And of course, anytime a youth introduces a drug early in their body as their brain is growing, that can be dangerous. And nicotine is a dangerous drug for kids.
As this topic continues to be researched, there is no doubt that some of the unknown factors will come to light. If this topic is of interest or concern for you, you can visit civiccentertv.com/vaping101 to find out more. In this episode of Sidewalk Talk, Samana Sheikh asks local residents their thoughts about a special topic.
I love the buffet. West Bloomfield, what's your favorite part of the casino?
Oh, I'd be, if not in the bar, I would be at roulette, number 32.
Probably the tables.
Why is that?
I feel like it's easier to win more money. The slots kind of have it figured out.
Well, I'd probably be wandering around. I've never been to a casino before, so I'd probably be just looking at everything like kind of shell-shocked.
Where the slot machines are, and why? Because I would want to win the money.
That's me, on all levels. You want the money?
Yes, I do.
Blackjack.
Why is that?
It's pretty addicting. Once you get started, you really just can't stop until you're out of money.
I naturally do that at the mall.
Probably like the penny slots. I love the penny slots playing them. They're cheap and you win a lot of money doing them that way.
If we ever saw you at a casino, what part of the casino would you be in and why?
I'd probably be people watching. So just at a table with the beer, just watching people see if they get lucky or not.
Roulette, because I think it's the best odds in the house, 50-50. Red or black, odd or even.
Probably slots, because I'm like an inner old woman, so I just want to stay on the slots, and I have horrible luck. So if I do Russian roulette or blackjack, I'll probably lose.
Ooh, I'd probably be at the food place, because I don't gamble, so I would probably be eating. The food's good there.
They do have a good buffet.
Yeah.
Probably getting something to eat.
Your wife said the same thing.
We like to eat.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you for your input, West Bloomfield. Join us again next week for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
If you'd like to see some of our other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/sidewalktalk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. Treat your muscles to a morning of gentle therapeutic yoga at Spirit of Grace Church. Delightful, gentle yoga is appropriate for adults in all levels of physical activity. Experience is not necessary. Delightful, gentle yoga is taking place every Wednesday from 11 a.m. until noon. Drop-in price is $7 per class, or a monthly rate of $25 is available as well. It is encouraged that you bring your own yoga mat and be prepared to meet new friends and walk away with a better sense of your own well-being. For more information, visit spiritofgrace.church. The Henry Ford Maple Grove Center West Bloomfield is offering their Share Support Group for people who have experienced longer than 6 months of continuous sobriety from alcohol and drug use and are in need of free beneficial support. Taking place weekly on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m., this group is for adults only, and the purpose is to share coping strategies, express needs and concerns, as well as to connect with others who are successfully moving forward into an addiction-free life. For more information, contact Lisa Kaplan at 248-661-6100. On February 21st from 10 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. and again from 11 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. Join in on the fun at the West Bloomfield Public Library for Tot Spot, a win-win event for both parents and their children. Watch as your child learns to develop a love for reading through an interactive story time. Finger plays, music, movement, and hands-on activities encourage cognitive development as well as social, sensory, motor, and even math skills. Register now for this free event by visiting wblib.org. If you are a fan of Americana music, supporting a good cause, and ending the night at a fun local hotspot, then you won't want to miss the Optimist Club of Keego Harbor's Winter Concert Series, coming up on February 22nd. This part of the series features singer and songwriter Jill Jack, known for her catchy tunes and great energy. The concert costs $12 per person and is taking place at Abbott Middle School in the theater from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. The Afterglow get-together is taking place directly after the concert over at Gino's Restaurant. And entry to the Afterglow is $5 with your concert ticket stub. To purchase your ticket, you can call Arthur Ebert at 248-520-9516. Tickets are also available for purchase at Roosevelt Elementary School. If operating a computer, uploading photos, or performing other tasks, such as email and the internet, is still a mystery to you, then you won't want to miss a free computer tutoring event at the West Bloomfield Public Library. This event is taking place on February 24th with 2 half-hour time slots available. The first at 10 a.m. and the second starting at 10:30 a.m. You will enjoy personalized advice on many topics that can help you operate your computer with ease. To participate in this educational offering, you will need to call the Adult Information Desk in the library at 248-232-2290 to make your appointment for this free tutoring class. The Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition is holding a community meeting on Tuesday, February 27th, starting at 8 a.m. The purpose of the meeting is twofold: to educate the public and start a discussion on the possible legalization of recreational marijuana in November of this year, and a follow-up shortened talk on Vaping 101, an ever-increasing issue among our young adults. Residents are welcome to stop by and participate in these two timely discussions, asking questions, learning new information, and more. If you'd like to understand more about the event, please call Lisa Berkey at 248-928-4942. On February 28th, celebrate some local heroes at the West Bloomfield Public Library with Tuskegee Airmen Flying for Freedom. The Macon Thomas West Bloomfield chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen's president, Major Bill Burnett, will discuss personal stories and fading memories of some of the remaining Tuskegee Airmen. African-American pilots, mechanics, and servicemen who valiantly served our country in World War II. Clips from the film Flying for Freedom, Untold Stories of the Tuskegee Airmen will be shown. The event is free to attend. For more information, call Gina Gregory at 248-757-2451. That concludes this week's events. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in your neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up our events calendar, or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned, because afterwards I'll be talking with Cherie Van Vliet, board member of the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Sheena Monnin. In the studio with me this week is Cherie Van Vliet, board member of the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield. Cherie, thank you for stopping by the studio to talk to us about a very happy-sounding organization, the Optimist Club. From what I understand, it's an international organization. You do a myriad of good deeds for other people, but the focus tends to be on children. Could you tell me a little bit about the Optimist Club and why the focus is on kids?
Absolutely. First, let me thank you for having us. It's great to be here. And the Optimist Club is an international program. It was founded in Louisville, Kentucky in 1919. So it kind of seems to be a hidden secret, and it is a very happy club by the name Optimist. In 1922, We adopted the creed that we have now, which is by Christian Larson, and it's something that we recite at the end of every single meeting that we have. Believe it or not, there are 2,500 clubs internationally.
Wow, that's
and over
impressive.
70,000 members.
Nice.
And we are a friend of youth as well as committed to bringing out the best in kids.
Mm-hmm.
And how we do that is we value children. And what we try and do is develop their full potential by trying to promote active interest in civic as well as government, good government, a respect for law, and to promote patriotism and work for international accord and friendship among everyone. In addition, we aid and encourage the development of youth in the belief that giving of oneself to service and to others will advance humankind, community life, as well as the world. So, that's a belief that every one of our volunteers have. All of the 70,000 volunteers are committed to, and promoting that and helping kids to understand that.
That sounds great, that kids can have so many amazing character qualities, really, and values instilled in them through the efforts of the Optimist Club. That's really awesome. Now, from what I understand, you guys have really cool fundraisers that you do. You raise a lot of money. Can you tell me a little bit about where does the money go? How is it helping kids, specifically here in West Bloomfield?
Well, here in West Bloomfield, we have, for our club, every club is a little different, but our club, the West Bloomfield Club, we have a signature party that we have every year. It's a holiday party, and we work through the school system, and they identify for us kids who may not otherwise have an opportunity to have a nice holiday experience. And so through the generosity of community partners, we are able to provide that holiday party. Food, fun, games, presents, Santa, and that's one of our ways of being able to give back to the kids in the community. We also did in September a Respect for Law, which was included in a Respect for Responders. We honored our police, our firefighters, and the EMTs so that they could see that the kids could see that these are good, wonderful individuals. Yeah. And as part of the holiday party, they came to our holiday party all dressed up in uniform.
So exciting.
I know. For nice interaction in non-threatening environments.
And good role models, too, for the kids, I'm
Absolutely.
sure. For them to be able
Absolutely.
to identify with that. Nice.
Absolutely. On an international level, there's the Childhood Cancer Campaign, which all of the clubs participate in one way or another, and some in multiple ways. We tend to give small donations, and then our current president, GB Thomosio, that is one of the things that he's passionate about. And so we're looking to do something this summer with regard to a walk, possibly, to end childhood cancer. And that will be a fundraising donation, and we will pass that money along. We've already provided as international $1 million. It goes through Johns Hopkins, and it's a research foundation. And another $500,000 has been pledged. So we're looking forward to meeting that goal.
That is massive. That's so huge and wonderful. Now, I've heard about something called a cake toss or a cake throw. Tell me about that, because that one really intrigued me. I was like, oh, we get to throw things? What is that?
You do. Well, you get to catch them, actually. We have, as another fundraiser that we do, we work with the other organizations, too, that are within our community. We partner up so that we can do the best and most good. Now, with the charity cakes, it is our third annual. It's going to be held on May the 12th this year, so everybody keep that date in mind, May the 12th. And what happens is you buy a ticket to have a pancake breakfast, and you stand and you have pancakes tossed at you. So when you're getting ready to have your pancakes, you got your plate, and you're doing the pancake catch here.
Awesome.
It is a great, great time. And, you know, we actually join in our efforts with the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance, the Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition,
Nice.
as well as the West Bloomfield Rotary. So
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to combine efforts to do something for the community and get involvement with the other community organizations.
That's so beautiful. Definitely direct application to helping people out locally. That's so important. If anyone's watching and they're like, you know, I'm interested in the Optimist Club, where can they go to find out more information?
They can go out to our website, which is www.westbloomfieldoptimist.org.
Wonderful.
We also have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/West Bloomfield Optimist.
Great. Thank you so much for coming in today and sharing this happy energy with all of us and sharing with us what the Optimist Club is all about. We really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for having us, and there's nothing better than working for kids, with kids, and the heart of a volunteer is one of the biggest hearts I've ever met.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Once again, we've been talking with Cherie Van Vliet, board member of the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield. Now it's time for one of our favorite episodes of The Biz, where we learn about how nutrition affects our beloved pets.
Healthcare is an important issue for most families, but that also includes keeping our smallest family members, our pets, active and vibrant as well. And in this edition of The Biz, we visit Pet Value, a store that caters to keeping our animals as healthy as they can be.
It has become amazingly, increasingly popular, yes. So I think a lot of us feed our pets better than we feed ourselves. And that's anything from grain-free, gluten-free, corn-free, holistic diets, raw food and alternative feeding, frozen food. The pet industry and the pet food industry has changed so much, even in the last 5, 10, 20 years. We all grew up, for the most part, buying food at the grocery store. And we've learned, especially recently, that that food is not going to be the best food for our pets for longevity and living a happy life.
We're all familiar with the term holistic, but what exactly does it mean in terms of a pet's diet?
A holistic diet is really kind of an all-encompassing diet that includes fresh meats, fresh vegetables, fresh grains, and is really a whole and all-inclusive diet to be able to take care of a pet in a holistic way. So that holistic approach and really thinking of it, taking care of not just one specific need in their diet, but the pet as a whole. So you think of the ingredients kind of being something that you would serve to your entire family at a big Thanksgiving dinner.
Food allergies worldwide are on the rise for humans, but pets are not immune to this growing trend.
I think people are becoming more aware of pet allergies and food sensitivities, and really kind of the few things that you can look for in your pet are, one, hot spots. So are they having any skin irritation? Constant ear infections is another great indicator that your pet might have a food sensitivity or an allergy. Licking and chewing at their paws. Anytime you're really noticing obvious discomfort, we can help you find an alternative that might be causing that issue or that sensitivity. And usually the biggest and easiest way to do that is by switching foods.
When pollen, dust mites, mold spores, and other triggers come in contact with a pet's skin, they can also trigger allergies, and bathing is a good remedy for treatment of these symptoms.
But based on dog breed and how long their coat is, how oily their coat is, yes, we love a dog wash, especially for heavier coated breeds, longer hair dogs. So our dog wash is fantastic. You can see behind us, each one of our locations has a hand-painted mural that's specific to the community. We welcome all animals into the dog wash, but we've seen pigs, goats, mini horses, anything that you can bring in. But our dog wash can accommodate up to a giant breed dog. We've had 250, 300-pound Mastiffs in the wash, up to our St. Bernards. And then we've got a smaller tub there in the middle where you can bring in your Chihuahua, and it's easier than doing it in the kitchen sink.
For Civic Center TV, I'm Lawrence Nyland.
You can watch other episodes of The Biz anytime at civiccentertv.com/thebiz. We now move on to our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. This week's recipient is Ryan Beal, West Bloomfield High School graduate and CEO and founder of Therapy Live. Ryan Beal truly has a passion for helping others. After the tragic loss of his brother Steve, Ryan founded Therapy Live, a company that connects people with mental health physicians with the focus of moving the needle on mental health on a personal level. Ryan works diligently to connect people in need of treatment with expert guidance, helping people of all ages and backgrounds learn to overcome life's trials and struggles. Ryan recently partnered with West Bloomfield High to implement his Prepare You program, which helps teach students in strong coping mechanisms to help prevent mental health-related issues, such as depression and suicide. Ryan believes that through community awareness, education, and daily respect, we can change some of the stigmas involving mental health. Ryan Beal is utilizing his care for others and his business success to give back to his home community, which is why he is our Person of the Week. If you know someone who is providing a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to The Splash at civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. That's going to do it for us this week, but remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash every Monday at 5:30 p.m. or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15, YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Twitter at Civic Center TV for more information. For all of our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Sheena Monnin. Thank you for watching The Splash.